And everyone, I'm gonna check your attendance when you complete your. Thank you, Tatiana. That's the way. 4 or 3 things. So I can check. I'm gonna take a picture in 1 minute to check attendance with your names. Okay? And then I compare with the app, my cell phone, and easy. I put it 1 hour, 2 hours of attendance or absence in the case of it is. Yeah, we're checking attendance, that's right. How are you doing, my friends? Good morning for people who are just joining here. Okay, well.
Teacher, I got a question.
Yeah, speak, man.
About the quiz from of e-learning, we are going to upload the information of the previously lectures or
No,
an
don't worry,
specific
don't worry.
content that
No, it's an activity that I want you to stress a little bit at the beginning, but don't worry, this is not a grade. Okay, it's a quiz that I'm going to present a method for teaching in which it will be like deductive. So don't worry, when you hear the word quiz, don't get in panic and stress, because I'm not going to give you something that you don't know and test something that you haven't studied. You understand more or less? So it's like a quiz for introducing today's class. You don't know maybe anything. You don't know, maybe you know nothing about e-learning, but don't worry. That's the activity about like getting your previous
thanks,
knowledge
teacher.
or predictions. Yeah, good job, good job. You're asking, you're paying attention. So I'm gonna take the picture of the attendance right now. 32 participants, except the teacher. But let me make sure, let me be here sure that I am recording, and we start with the blah, blah, blah today. Grabar en esta computadora right now. And I hope Giancarlos is also recording. Good morning,
Yes, teacher.
everyone. Again, the idea is that if you want to say something, whoever and everyone, you can use your microphone. So for the last time, I'm unmuting. It's time for you to mute yourself. And if you want to speak, you just unmute, but you have to do it autonomously as the class itself. That's different. You see, everyone can silence themselves. I take the picture, hold on, as there is the evidence of the attendance. And can anybody, I don't want to say like, teacher, I am speaking Jair Steven. No, just speak, like in the class. You speak, I am writing on the board and you speak. Please tell me what is the first point in the agenda, somebody, or just speak. Magdalene, maybe, I don't know. Who else is there?
The
With
quiz
the microphone. Okay, we have a quiz, yeah? About
is
what?
about
A quiz about what?
e-learning.
E-learning, okay. You can use the chat, guys, or you can use the microphone. Tell me, what do you think e-learning is? You put your ideas, but don't put words. Write like a sentence or a short idea, or just speak here, opening the microphone. What e-learning is. Okay, that makes 4 photographs for the attendance. So, now, before, that is something that I like to mention, before the quiz, we're going to watch a video, which is also like in the agenda. Let me know if you have problems with the video, because anyways, if it is not working, we're not going to waste time on that. So take it easy. Three, two, one. Oscar Pulido is sharing. No, sorry, that is not. Assignment. I saw it here. Virtual UGC. Copy and paste here the links of your videos of the week, indicating the names of the members of the group in only one post. That was for only the people who created like an analysis of the book, and that was like the alternative. It was a little bit more work, more extensive, and more preparation. Because, well, it was not only reading an article and making a summary or 3 sources, porque eran 3 fuentes, and make a summary, like most of you did it. Those people in this, they had to read a material and make a story, and let's see, okay? Let's see if it plays here. If it doesn't play, I just want to listen to the 2 girls mentioned. Okay, option 1, if it plays, perfect, and at the end of the class, I will give you the feedback and the grade today. 10%, 10% off. But if it doesn't play, let's see how it works. I just want you to open your microphone to tell me like a general comment, what is the main idea, like a conclusion of this video. Now you know that it's available in the platform. Yes, speak, man.
Teacher, I have a comment. I can't put my video on the forum, so I send you by Gmail.
Yes, teacher. I too.
Teacher, we have the same situation.
Yeah. I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, wait a minute. Go to application. Go to application. Okay, now the camera's here in my main. You don't see me, so you have the whole attention on the screen. And we go to virtual again. If it is in my email, don't worry, because you accomplish with the homework, with the task in the moment it was required. Maybe some people have problems with this. You don't have access to the platform, internet, whatever. So what we have here, week 9. This is the same objective. We are still working in week number 9, self-access learning and resource-based theory or theories. Dentro de eso entra en el call, todas las que hemos visto. The week, the material and the video that it was difficult to watch last class. The material that we're going to show you here is about number 2. Sakul Prasersky, right? I guess it's Sarah, and I don't know who else, Tatiana maybe. Let me check the name, because I don't remember. So this is the text we are going to summarize in the video we are going to watch. Last class, the chat, as I told you, only the evidence that we have is the chat. But it was more like an instruction class. I didn't give you too much theory, for example. And this is the activity. The alternative was the video. And this is the problem, it's restricted, but it was until Saturday, look, hasta el 18 horas, las 23:55 de la medianoche. It was for Friday, but then I sent a message with the money to change it 1 extra day. So what is the problem? The people who were asking for questions, like, you were not able to upload it here or what? Because in here, maybe, copy and paste here the links of your videos, okay? But if the people had problems in this link, you can work on this link. Si es así, le quito la restricción por hoy, este ratico, para que suban lo que me enviaron al correo y lo puedan subir acá. What do I do? Tell me before we start. Speak now or shall remain quiet forever. Come on. Who? I don't change anything? Tell me.
Oh, and let us time to upload the video.
Okay, para subirlo. Not to do it because I know you did it, so you're just gonna upload it. Ya sea.
Solo subirlo, sí.
No. It's okay. Either in here, el que dice abstract to submit, pues va, si quiere, si le deja en la entrega del mensaje, pues ahí pone, you click there, your submission, okay, the PDF, I guess. Or not, in here, maybe I can open in this moment this forum and people just copy the PDF. Or let's see the resources. I want to see your way, how you, okay? I'm going to see you that in this moment I am editing, okay? Just with you. And now, before I edit it, what was the first image that I show you today, my friends? Does anybody know? Okay, I'm going to change it in a second. Without you. So I can share the screen here. And you're gonna have some seconds, please, to think, speak, and write about the following image. Okay, some seconds there, please. Take some seconds to read, analyze, and then 1 or 2 people are gonna give us a comment. What do you think about it? What is the connection between this and autonomous learning? To start, please.
So, teacher.
Yeah.
So motivation is a base for being autonomous, right? For becoming an autonomous person. It's a main base according to the things that I read.
Okay, you're right. Okay, good, thank you. Anything else? Somebody else?
Teacher.
Yeah, thank you, Juan Diego. And now maybe Christian, who's speaking? I don't know.
Christian.
Go, Chris.
Teacher, I think that in autonomous learning, motivation is so important because it depends on the contents and how much do you want to learn. Yeah. So if you want to practice, if you want to have an autonomous learning, so it depends on how tools or how skills do you want to improve. So I think that is important, or in this case of motivation.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, excellent. Now, let's analyze what your classmates just said and the image that I presented you about motivation. And I want you to, hold on. To try to see the video of our friends who created it dedicatedly. Not everybody worked, let's say most of you worked dedicatedly on your abstract. I was just overviewing, wait for the feedback and the corrections. And let's see if it rolls. Hopefully it will roll. Lo que hago ahorita es que cambio esa restricción para que puedan comentar ahí en ese foro. What is the idea? Yes. So number 1, what is it about British Council or about Asian country? I guess it's Tatiana and Sarah, right? So I'm gonna play it. Let's hope it plays.
So hi, my name is Tatiana Beltran.
Hi, my name is Sarah.
And today we're going to talk about self-access preparation and training by Jill Sturridge. So the term self-access
I am correcting. Let me just interrupt it. Yes, it's the document by the British Council that you can see that the words referred here. Some people are like lost, so you can just download it, read it, and use it. The most important, use it for the final exam. Final exam. Now let's watch you, Tatiana and Sarah. Sorry.
So hi, my name is Tatiana Beltran.
Hi, my name is Sarah.
And today we're going to talk about self-access preparation and training by Jill Sturridge. So the term self-access center is any system which makes materials available to language learners so that they can choose to work as they wish, usually without a teacher or with very limited support of a teacher. The physical environments of self-access systems can vary, from well-staffed purpose-built center or just a small room or a co-work organized by a teacher working alone. So what is the role of the center? There are various roles which can be played by a self-access center. So the objective for some is full autonomy for the learner, while the others, the objective may be limit to helping the learners recognize that they can do some things for themselves. Kinds of the types of self-access centers. So the first one is the instruction center. So the term instruction here describes the materials and were available to the learner. So in this type of center, which may include a language laboratory or a computer room, and a pre-planned program is available for each student. So the practice center is the second one. It can provide learners the opportunity to work in skills in which they are weak or for which they feel the classwork isn't provide them the sufficient practice. The other one is the skill center. So this type of self-access provision often focuses on one language skill only. The most common one being listening. So such centers are set up to meet an identified need for improvement in a particular skill. A good example of this would be the provision of a computer for working on writing exercise. So the Learning Center is the last one. As the name suggests, a self-access of this type allows learners to extend their knowledge of the language. Such a center may include the type of materials that to be found in the practice center, but goes beyond providing practice, consolidation, and testing what has been learned in class. So implementing the innovation. So all innovation need a considered approach, and this is particularly true of innovation in education. So the success of a center depends on the careful preparation of all who will use it, both learners and staff. Buying equipment, finding materials, and producing catalogs, it is easy to underestimate the importance of planning for such preparation. If you want to create a self-access center, the following question may help you focus on some potential problem areas. So, where did the idea originate? How many of the staff will be involved in the day-to-day running of the center? How many staff will be involved in the development of materials? And the last one is, will the teaching staff be bringing class into the center to learn how to work there?
For the staff preparation, we have training courses. A center might be staffed by qualified teachers like administrators, organizers, or professionals. They require the next three skills: organizing skills, housekeeping skills, and facilitating skills. The self-access center should be able to respond to learners' changing needs and also be flexible and always be ready to reevaluate their system and their approach. It is also important training sessions to introduce learners to the center because the free access to shelves, boxes, and cabinets may in fact cause problems to the learners if they are not actually able to find materials. For the teacher staff preparation, it could be divided in two areas. The first is their own preparation for working in the center itself, and the second is the preparation for the materials to students who will be using the center. The teacher's role in the self-access center could be the teacher as a facilitator. Here we have to help the learners when they need it. The teacher as an advisor. The teacher have to be able to respond to any of the learners' questions, and the teacher as a motivator. So we could say that the teacher is like an useful resources for the learners. For the learners' preparation, we have to encourage the positive attitudes towards the working in the self-access center. If the students want to become self-teachers, they have to take in account the next topics. What are my own needs? It consists in recognize your own weakness in the process of language learning. How to identify an achievable objective? It consists in identifying a specific objective and then create a work program that should be followed. For this objective, we have to be sure that it is small enough to be achievable, and it's so important the learner's motivation to be independent. How to monitor their own performance and how to give self-appraisal. The students must be aware of the levels of performance and decide what of these levels they are happy to accept for themselves. The self-motivation also plays an important part of the independent learning. How to recognize the value of the language learning task. If the learners will be self-teachers, they have to develop an awareness of the value of the task and the activities.
So as a conclusion, the idea of autonomous learning through a process of self-access learning is a very powerful tool, and the different kind of centers can provide us different environments which could cope with a large variety of learning possibilities and learning styles.
In Colombia, there's a great variety of centers that help us in the English acquisition progress. But unfortunately, these centers are adopted in a traditional way. In this way, there's always a teacher in front of the students. In some cases, there are differences like a class with only 10 students or a class with 30 or 40 students. As the factors that the students are in are not always the same, in some cases there are more possibilities to the English language acquisition could be better than the others. That's why, as future teachers, we must fulfill the role as facilitators, advisors, and motivators to promote the autonomy in our students in their own English language process.
Okay, very good. Tatiana and Sarah, we are going to read the chat to see what comments your classmates have, but you did a very good job. Please, in some minutes, when the session finishes, I want you to stay here in the Zoom, out of the recording, so I can give you the comments and the grade right now, okay? Do you agree? Of course, if you wanna know your grade in this moment. Well, I wanna read the chat, and then we start with our quiz. They know the subject. Yes, Alejandra, I agree with you. They place the topics on the screen. They use the tools perfectly, yeah. Precise info. Our own needs, ese tema super clave. Laura Michelle, yes. When you recognize your own needs, your own necessities on learning, you can achieve your goals. It's a starting point. Explanation is very good. Several very good productive tools. Very good. Okay. Great. Okay. Thank you so much for your comments. They are clear. Thank you, Lisette. I guess one more comment and that's it. They focus their attention in the learner's problems and also they are with the listening skill. And at the end, very good, they connected with our context, with the Colombian context, something like an overview of how to use this in our reality, in our country. Good job. Okay. Now, is everybody ready for the quiz? I hope so. For the quiz, you're going to use the chat for the last time. I'm congratulating Tatiana and Sarah. Remember, at the end, like in 15, 20 minutes, I'll give you the feedback. Now, let's be patient. I'm going to share the screen with the quiz. The quiz. Okay, the method that I am using for this topic is called deductive. The typical lessons in face-to-face classes is that I give you the topic. Okay, this is a presentation about e-learning, maybe. Okay. For example, this is a presentation, this is the map about e-learning, and then you have to go on a reading on groups, make a summary, for example, or a mind map, and then next class you have a quiz. But this time we're going to do it the other way back. I'm going to start by giving you the questions, and it's something that teachers sometimes can do in classes. We can provide the students with the answers of the final exam questions, maybe, and through the weeks we develop them, and then the last week they're going to have better results. The statistics and the studies, but not like in Spanish that you see on Facebook, like, según un estudio. No, 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 this is for real. This is like for real, believe me, that the studies say that when you give previous knowledge, when you give the instruction, because the learning and the education shouldn't be the questions and the answers for a test, should be how to talk about the topics. So let's do this with e-learning, and you will know that next class, that is about more or less e-learning, you will understand better. So believe the statistics, don't believe the teacher, but believe the statistics. In this field of autonomy, when you give the students sometimes the contents, the syllabus in advance is clear, they can go and progress and have better results. So I am stopping the screen for a second. I am sharing the quiz in this moment. I hope you learn something here. We have 10 questions, but we are going to play only with 5. So please use the chat, put the letter A, B, C, D, and better if you have the microphone open, let's do it. So we are going to start about e-learning. Teacher, if you don't have internet, is it learning? Not really, maybe. Let's learn. Okay. Question number 1. Maybe a volunteer? I am unmuting you, but remember to mute yourself. Speak, 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 please. Somebody or many people who read the question. Just read it out. Read it aloud.
What percent of global furniture companies use some form of e-learning?
This is like in general. Let's not talk about in general. Companies in the world use e-learning. What do you think?
I think that 39%.
Doesn't really matter, you know? We don't have to know this by memory, but it's less than the half. It's almost the half of the companies, almost the half, that using e-learning. Learning through E. What is E? Electricity, internet.
Electronic.
What is it?
Electronic.
So email, correo electrónico, email. Good, interesting. Let's go on the second one. Remember, this is not right, wrong. Don't worry about the grade. Number 2, speak, people who are there. Just listen to you.
Which of the following could be considered to be an advantage? Considered to be an advantage of using e-learning.
People, use the chat. Wow. Okay, flexibility, they say, maybe. Quick. I'm gonna write the question that most of you put. Not the right that I think, I'm just guiding you. Imagine you are autonomous here with a machine. Let's see. Easy. Flexibility. Many people put flexibility, most of you. Yes, bravo. Number 3, go, read, volunteers. I really appreciate your effort, Christian. You're working, but you're paying attention also. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, of course. Next one.
Which of the following could be considered as a disadvantage of e-learning? A, ineffective, B, expensive, C, incompetency, or D, difficult to use?
So, in the chat, what do you think, guys? IT means to internet and technologies. Yeah, correct. Okay. It's only 5. Come on. Number 4. For example, virtual UGC. What is this? Read aloud, somebody, one of the girls. So participative, my friends. Chris and Giancarlo. Okay, sorry, Laura, go.
CS stand for?
A, B, C, D. Guys, what do you think? Is it D? Yes, what you are taking is a mock. When you place your document. Yes, you're right, very good, okay, yeah. And the last one, number 5. One of the guys, one of the girls who read it, please, number 5. Which I conclude with this. Nice.
A combination of both face-to-face traditional classroom methods with e-learning to create a hybrid approach to teaching. What type of e-learning is the school describing? Blended learning, distance learning, synchronous learning, asynchronous learning.
So, chat and answer. Thank you, Juliana, I appreciate it. It says blended. Like some drinks that are blended. Una mezcla. I'm talking about drinks now. I'm talking about teaching. Yeah, so it's a new concept, blended learning. And as a conclusion, we can relate e-learning, we can relate it with virtuality, but not always. We can relate it to CALL, computer-assisted learning language. We can relate it to, of course, nowadays, to flipped classroom. and blended learning, 2 new concepts that we will analyze next session. The next session is the last one of theory, and in 2 weeks we have the exam. All right? Can we stop here? Can we, maybe you tell me if we are ready for the debate, or we take it next class, or we start? My proposal is we start commenting on the forums. I will create the forums. So I want you to pay attention to this. Wait a minute. No more screen sharing in this second. And about this, let me continue with the agenda here, so we know, because we will have to finish like in 10, 15 minutes will be the ending of this lesson online. But remember, I will continue here giving you feedback. If you want to know your grade about the abstracts or the videos, remember it's 10%. There are 3 instances of evaluation. I will show you this in a second. But in this moment, please let me know. Comments, questions. What do you think? And I want to present the agenda. So my proposal is this, for example. Raise your hand in the chat. Raise your hand. La manita esa. Raise your hand. The people who were group A. The people who had computer, is it computer? Computer assisted learning, language learning? Okay, only 3 people, oh my gosh. Please, these people in this moment, Kenny, Tatiana, Sarah, blah, 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 these people who have the hand raised, you're gonna go, when I finish this, I'm going to open a forum that is called PER, primary. No, let's do no, porque no lo he presentado, we don't have time. No, let's work like that, normally. A, call, B, peer. Yeah, don't get confused. So what I want you to do is to make an active forum, okay, this week. And next week, we will have the debates. We will dedicate 1 hour, and we will have 20 minutes for the debate about call, and 20 minutes for peer. I know some people were super ready today. So maybe you can stay at the end out of the recording and you say, no, teacher, it's unfair and I am ready today, so I can ask you some questions. Maybe you can say, no, yes, I am super ready today. I can test you with that 10%. But what is the idea? That you go with the material that I gave you, but you go further, more materials, and the people of group A, of CALL, of call, you create a forum very, very academically constructed. Academically, I mean, using APA references, APA, and being respectful, and it's like, yes, I agree with your opinion. No, that's nothing, but why do you agree with somebody else's opinion? And the same with B. I create another forum, forum B, that is called PER, Primary English Resources, PER, which is basically like a website of materials, different materials for kids. Theoretically, with the material and the syllabus authors, how you can comment on your forums. What we do next Monday, what we do is we have the debates online here. Everybody prepares the camera so I can see you. Yes, and we have the debate. 20 minutes, the people of call, and 20 minutes per. And at the end of the class, we exchange ideas. Los de call van a comentar a per y los de per comentan a call, pero eso es de hoy en 8 días. This week, esta semana, you please make sure you have the reading, you understand the topic, ask me questions. And you go to the Moodle, to the mock, and you create the forum. You participate in your forum. Lo que vamos a hacer hoy en debate lo hacen en el forum. Questions? Please.
No questions.
Yeah, speak. ¿Escuchamos?
No, teacher, no questions.
Yeah. Brother, lo escucho. A question, but write in the chat if you want. This is the objective, which you know. No, sorry, this is not the objective. The objective was in the Moodle, as I presented you, but it's the goal. Objetivo es más elaborado. An objective is like the steps and it's like for the week. but this is for the lesson. This is more specific, not for the lesson, but for the activities in the to-do list. You are going to deliberate in the forum, of course, and next week in the debate about your topic. Next week, we change the topics. Next week, you will learn about your alternative topic. But the week and the homework for this week, is preparing an excellent debate. You're going to prepare an excellent debate, activating an excellent academically forum in Moodle. Questions so far, please? Can I give you like the last part of the lesson? You sure? What do you think about the quiz? Something new? Anything about e-learning? You can go to the link. I'm not gonna give you the link because we're going to work next class on that.
Maybe,
we're going to
maybe the first question was interesting because we already don't know which number of companies use this
way of learning.
e-learning.
Yeah, like for example, when they say training, capacitaciones, they use e-learning. They use MOOCs, Moodles, when it's massive information. Clear concepts so far? Okay. So in the agenda, the last thing I'm showing you here, this is related to the first image I show you. Let me close the window, it's too much wind, wait a minute. Okay, some people are raising the hand. Kenny or Tatiana Esteban, I don't know if you have questions. Just pose them anytime if you want. I'm lowering your hand. So what is this? The idea is that you're learning not only for a class, not only for one concept or for one exam, but you're learning for your life. But in this case, we are projecting ourselves as teachers, as 21st century teachers, as literate, illustrated, let's say, competent teachers nowadays. And of course, we need autonomy. When you wanna demand autonomy on your students, you have to be autonomous teacher first. This is a principle. Now, I'm taking this concept from Baumert from 1993, and I would like to have one person online to read it. Just read what he said about the connection between being motivated, about how to plan, monitor, and evaluate. Remember, at the beginning of the semester, I guess, I show you something about PEM. And you, my friends, are becoming experts in these syllable first letter of the concepts like PME, planning, monitoring, evaluating, or you can also have, like in this moment, AL, because we are in the class of autonomous learning. SDL, somebody? Microphones, what is SDL for?
Self-directed learning.
Self-directed learning, very good. And we have already read a lot about motivation, the attitudes about this PM system that it was related to Noonan. Remember the 9 steps? This is like a close and very, very light summary of the Noonan theory. And what is this? At the end, you will have some rewards in life and talking about professionally. When you are more autonomous, the idea is that your rewards would be a good job, better salary maybe, better opportunities to travel, being more like a leader, being more like a person who thinks about the society. That would be like a reward. You're learning a lot of theory for what? For an exam? Not for having a satisfaction, let's say. Or if you don't learn, let's say, if you are not autonomous enough, according to Baumert, there will be like a kind of punishment or a bad kind of conflict. You won't have the results that you expect because maybe there was a problem in the PME process. Finally, somebody who reads this for me, read it aloud. What did he say about those 3 things?
Me, teacher.
Go, please.
Self-regulated learning becomes a dynamic interaction of skill and will. Baumert, 1993.
Juliana, you're the one. Thank you so much. And finally, another person who would like to use here our beautiful Spanish language to translate this into our language, please. Somebody. El aprendizaje, que les ayude. El aprendizaje. No, no
El aprendizaje autorregulado se convierte en una interacción dinámica de habilidades y deberes.
Habilidad y voluntad.
Y voluntad.
Will es un testamento o voluntad, pero también es el modal verb para futuro, ¿no? So, voluntad y habilidad. Voluntad y habilidad. You got it. Okay, good. In the agenda, what is next about the important info that we can share here? Oof, it's kind of crazy. Hold on. And that's it. And maybe here.
Nice wallpaper.
Yeah, one of my trips. I'm kidding. Well, in the agenda here in the PDF. Okay, I'm providing you this link. I'm going to put it in the chat at this moment because I want you to I'm not gonna open it, but I want you to use it as for commenting on the forum. Is it clear? You're not gonna just say, hi, according to Benson, there are more ways to have a reference on the authors, okay? So let me take this screen out of here. Everything. Thank you. Give me a second. I'm gonna put it here in the chat so you can copy and use it later, maybe, eventually. And like in 10 minutes, we're finishing. So remember, this link is for making the comments on the forum and of course for participating in the debate. Hold on. Okay, copy and paste in the chat, here in the Zoom chat, you have the link. And it's not only for this class, it can help you like in all the subjects. It's about APA referencing, citation, how to cite, cómo citar. Okay. And in the agenda, we don't have time for the other video, maybe. Maybe here, that is what I wanted to show. 1 second. Right there. So this is like one of the last parts. I'm showing you this diagram because what is the idea? That you can use all of those concepts that you have there in your debate. No matter if you are working in your group A, if you're talking about COL, or if you're working about primary English resources, but in your debate and in the forum that I will create in some moments after this class, I want you to use all of those, okay? I just wanna read, because sadly we are not in the classroom, but when I read the pronunciation of those, so feel free, don't mention your name, let's just pronounce them, okay? I'm gonna start by showing you the first one with the number, and then we go on the clockwise side. So 1, 2, 3. When I say the number, you have to read it aloud, decirlo en voz alta. Come on. Number 1.
Self-regulation.
Regu. Number 2.
Self-efficacy.
Self-efficacy.
3.
Metacognition.
Recognition.
4.
Monitoring.
5.
Self-direction.
Direction.
The direction. And finally 6.
Motivation.
Okay, good job. Either if you do it like very American, motivation, or more neutral, or maybe British, motivation. It's okay, motivation. Use those words and APA referencing style in the forums and in the debates next week. Questions so far? The last part I'm showing you is referred to the grades, las notas, and the percentages. This part of the class, where is it, where is it, where is it? Ah, perfect. This is the grid that we need. What we'll do in the coming weeks, weeks 10, 11, and at the end of the partial midterm checkpoint, that we say in Spanish, parcial. Okay? So questions about it? I am indicating with the highlighter what we have done so far. So remember, in 5 minutes, when we finish the lesson on Zoom, you can stay out of the recording so I can correct your abstract in this moment, or we can talk about the videos, for example, Tatiana and Sarah, but also the other girls of the video, of the text about Asia, Singapore. You can also stay, and I can give you the grade of the video. We didn't have the time in the class, but we will watch it next class, don't worry. So I don't know, questions? Different color, maybe. Video, academic, or abstract task. Okay. I'm going to finish the recording right now, and then going to spend to talk to you, let's say 2 minutes in Spanish if you have particular questions in Spanish or whatever. Can we conclude the recording maybe right now? Friends?
Yes,
and we have some agreements. Whiteboard. Okay. Agreements. Acuerdos. So number 1, you're gonna wait that the teacher creates the forum. So today, like in no more than 1 hour, remember? Maybe it takes 30 minutes to participate in your forum. Participate in the forum, in the corresponding forum. No comentar en el que no es. Eso es de hoy en 8 días. De hoy en 8 días sí le comenta en el otro, in the forum. So now, many people were experts and ready today, participate this. Number 2, prepare the debate. I know many people were ready, but some others, they told me they were not totally ready. Prepare the debate. How are you going to prepare it? Okay, consult materials, bring academic references, and that's it. I don't know. Can we disconnect the recording now, Giancarlos and Oscar Pulido? And the rest of the info is out of the recording. Can we stop now? Yes, about the class, about the topic. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.